What's up, people? So today I just wanted to show you the difference between the startup of my 8 GB RAM in my MacBook Pro 13-inch versus the 16 gig that I recently got on Amazon for $47. It was from a company called Komputerbay with a K, and it got pretty good reviews. So here's the startup time for my 8 gigs. And I will also try to do a little timer or something. Just so we can compare. I'm not sure if RAM affects the startup, but a lot of people said their computers were way faster with it. I think what RAM does is it helps out more for like editing videos or something like that in iMovie, possibly using a handbrake. I'm not exactly sure. But for $50 for more speed, why not? And it got good reviews, so hopefully. But this is the current speed of the startup for my MacBook Pro. Alright, and then all I gotta do is sign in right here. No one saw my password. But now we are up and running. And there's a couple of startup programs that I have. Really what I wanted to show you on here is so this is my Pogo plug device, that part right there. So currently it's at 8 gigs with two 4 gig sticks, and I'm going to replace these 4 gig sticks with 8 gig sticks, so it should be 16 up here next time you see this. And thanks. And here I just really wanted to show you what the 8 GB sticks look like. They're from a company called Komputerbay. So they just kind of look like this, and I'm just going to plug them into the computer. Okay, the next step to replace your RAM or upgrade your RAM or whatever, you want to take out all these screws. There are 4 here, 2 on the sides, and then 4 up top. Now what I've heard is that some of these screws are different sizes than the others, like the length of them. I just use this screwdriver that you get with like an eyeglass kit or sunglasses. And so since some of these screws are different sizes, what you should do is, yep, there you go, see how this one's really big? The rest of them are going to be pretty small, but just in case, it's better to just put the screw right outside of the hole that you unscrewed it from. Well, maybe it's possible that all 4 of these, maybe I remembered that wrong. I think all 4 of the back ones are longer. Well, this one's not. So see, instead of trying to remember all that, it's easier to just put them right outside of the hole that you took them out from, so you don't confuse them when you're putting them back in. And then you just pop this lid off right here. It's my first time doing anything computer related or mechanical, so that's what the back of that looks like. So you just place that to the side, and here is your RAM right here. So all you can do is pull these clips to the side, and it should pop out like that. And there you go, you take one out. And I've also cleaned this table so it doesn't get dusty or anything like that, although there is some dust in here. It's actually a lot of dust. Maybe that doesn't matter though. So I've just removed these two sticks of 4 GB RAM, and now I'm just going to take these 8 gig sticks, and you just line up. There's a short side, see that short gold plated thing, and then there's like a longer one. You just kind of match them up. There's a short to the right and the long one to the left. So I'm just going to pop these in here. So this is going to take 2 hands, so I will show you what it looks like when I have the second one in. And obviously you want to put the bottom one in first. There you go, I just put them in. It was pretty easy. You don't really have to mess with the clips that much. And you just pop them into place, and now it's time to put this back cover on. And everything should line up, and since you have all the screws right outside their holes, it's really easy to know which one to put where. I just wanted to say, when you're all done, don't over tighten the screws, just twist it until you get like a little bit of resistance. And also what I was going to say is, oh yeah, make sure you keep the screws vertical as you screw them in there, because if you put them at a slant, they might either strip the screw or strip the hole that the screw is going into. So just try to make sure to keep it vertical. And now we are pretty much ready to turn it on and see if this memory works. So now all I gotta do and then, you know, this stuff is still valuable. If you have a friend who has a Mac, or, you know, someone else that you could give it to, definitely hook them up. That is not a good sign. Let's try one more time. So here's attempt number 2. Let's try it, turning it on. I think the problem was I didn't push the top one in all the way, so that's why it was making that beeping noise. So I was kind of being afraid and being a little bit gentle with it, but I managed to take them out and push them in again. And I think the mistake I made was I was trying to push the top one in at maybe like a 30-degree angle or something like that, but I just kind of slid it into the slot regularly and just kind of popped it down, and then it went down. So I don't know if that makes sense at all to you, but either way, let's time this thing first and maybe I can illustrate it. And like I said, with the screws, you definitely want to not tighten them up too much so that you can pull them out without causing too much of an issue. Alright, I'm not sure if that was any faster, but I guess we will figure that out later. So things are still loading up. My Pogo plug should load up as well. I'm not sure if it is any faster. It doesn't really feel that much faster. But I think the real test will come when I'm exporting a movie from iMovie or doing something on Handbrake. And I believe there's a test called memtest 86 or something like that, and I heard that you're supposed to run that for like 24 hours to truly test your RAM to see if it's good. I haven't looked too much into that, but I will try to show you guys how to do that. I don't know, it seems like this thing took a little bit longer, or maybe the same amount of time. And it shows 16 gigs here now, 8 and 8. It says they're currently in use. Okay, so now that you've successfully changed your memory, your RAM on your computer, what you're going to want to do is go to this website right here, memtest.org, and download memtest 86. I got this one right here, the zip file. So it says download pre-compiled bootable ISO and .zip in parentheses. So after you do that, you open up your disk utilities, and you click on that won't be there at the time. You go to open disk image, then you find that memtest thing. It's saved under MT420 ISO, and then you click the open button, and since mine's already open, what you're going to do here is you're going to click on this topmost file, MT420 ISO, and you're going to burn it to a disk, and then you press burn, and then it'll tell you to burn a disk. And I actually already did that, so it takes about 5 minutes. You just pop this in here and then it starts doing its thing. So I'm going to cancel that, and I will show you what to do next. After you have your burned disk, it will eject itself on a Mac. Oh, you have to keep this disk in here actually. So remember to load that disk before you shut down. So then you shut down. So once you shut down, you're going to push your power button and hold down the option key, and then that's going to run the disk, or give you the option to run the disk. So let's see, let me get my hand ready here. Power on. Now I'm holding down the option key, and then I'm just going to let it go whenever. So here we are. Let's see if it says a recovery, but I don't think that's the one I want either. There we go. So now I'm going to choose this disk right here. And hopefully that will work. Alright, so now it's doing its thing, and basically once this goes to 100%, where is it at? Oh, pass, right here. Okay. So someone said that you should do at least 3 of these passes, or let it go through 3, but the more the better. So this is basically testing your memory, your RAM, and I think if there are any errors, it will put them in red down here. So that'll let you know whether your memory is good, whether you have to return it, you know, get a new one or whatever. See, I'm at past 1% right now, so this will definitely take a couple hours, and basically just let your computer do its thing for a little while. And it shows you that my memory is 16 gigs.
So I've been running this mem test 86 for about 15 hours, and here are just some of the things that it shows on the screen. So this tells you how far into the pass it is. The thing that you want to pay attention to is this, and people give all kind of answers online, from 1 pass to 20 passes. However, I've been running it for about 15 hours, so I'm pretty much through. Yeah, 15 and a half hours, I guess. Pass complete, no errors, press escape to exit. That's pretty much what you're looking for. If you had any errors, I guess there would be some red writing in this area. So, anyways, I trust it, so I'm going to press escape to continue. So I press escape, nothing's happening. Hopefully there's another way to do it. I'm going to look it up now. So I heard in order to stop the mem test, you have to press Control-C. So I'm going to do that. And still nothing here. Control Option Escape. Nope, nothing. So I did some research, and they said on a Mac, what you're supposed to do is actually just power down with the power button. And a couple other notes I wanted to tell you guys is my computer is not hot at all. Some people reported that their computer gets pretty hot. Mine is not. And also that might be because I have this fan blowing on it, but as you can tell, it's not a very loud fan, and when this computer is running normally, it gets a lot more hot than it does now. So I do not think that this process is supposed to get your computer that hot, but that's just mine, so I'm not sure. So I'm just gonna hold the power button down and restart it. It's off now, and I'm just gonna power it on as usual. See if we detect anything. Then you can always eject your mem test disk. And you can run this on another computer. If you install the memory that you took out of here onto somebody else's computer, you could just give them this disk with it and run that. So I'm not too sure, but it seems like it might possibly be faster, so I'm not exactly sure about that though. Yeah, I think it's all in my head. So far, I'm not exactly sure if it's that much faster. And there it shows the 2 sticks of 8 gig RAM and the 16 total. And remember, if you do this, you want to get DDR3 RAM. And that's it. Thanks.